What up, people? Welcome to another episode of Social Moment. So, Tyrone Marghuy. You all remember Tyrone Marghuy, right? The kid whose parents fought a battle to get him admitted into Achimota SHS after he was denied admission, discriminated against on the grounds of him having dreadlocks. He's made an appearance in the news. Well, his father has. Apparently, he's assaulted his father. His father posted a video online which looks like he was in some fight with a lion. His son is like scratched in all kinds of bad way and bloody. It's crazy. Let's watch the video.
This is what Tyrone has done to my hands. He spoiled his sister's tablet, and they were supposed to take it to the repairer this morning. They asked her, so they even came to tell me, the sister came to tell me they were taking the laptop to the repairer. I said, yes, all right then. And I went to see them in the room. I asked them why, and he said, oh, well, Tyrone is not ready. Why are you not ready? Long story short, they had arguments. So I went back there to ask him why. Then he just unplugged the laptop and started to walk over me. And he's been doing this all these years, which of course his mother tolerates. She even asked me one time, why is it that I don't want anybody to have peace in this house?
And I'm asking you, why did you bring this to social media? I mean, what purpose is this supposed to achieve? What exactly is this going to achieve? Am I the only one who's not getting what this is supposed to achieve? I can't be the only one who's find this odd. Why would you bring this to social media? Your family issue, with your arm looking like you were in a den of a tiger, and then coming out to make this accusation about your family, and your wife supports them and this and that. Why bring this in the public opinion, knowing how very well Ghanaians feel about your family in the first place? Why even bring this up? Like, fix your house issues. So now what? What should we do about this? What we could do about this?
When my son does something wrong and I'm telling him, she is giving me bullshit. You see this? Suddenly all uncles from the village who never even had nothing to do with us are calling and giving them advice and this and that. Even before the Achimota case, he was so arrogant, so I wasn't even ready to follow him anywhere. I went to the court with him and defended him just for the sake of humanity, for the sake of Rasta. If it had been only because of this boy, I wouldn't have gone. Rasta.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What? I don't get it. Why would you embarrass yourself like this in public? First of all, you are telling the world your teenage son pretty much beat you and did this to your arm. Second, with your state, how you live your life, how people already feel about you and your son, you are helping them with their bigotry, doing this right now. Third, being inconsistent. Back when you were fighting for your son, you said he's a very good boy and this and that, and all of a sudden he's a bad boy, and he's been like this even before the Achimota incident. So now how are we supposed to take you seriously? And to the cherry on top, standing in front of a camera that you didn't support your own son. Not because he's your son, not because you've raised him from childhood to this age, not because you are a father, because of Rasta. Basically, the only reason you supported your son through school and went to court for him to be given admission into Achimota is because of dreadlocks. And if it's because of dreadlocks and because of Rasta, why then would you make this video? That is gonna tarnish and ruin every achievement you and your son made in changing the status quo of how Ghanaians view people, with bringing the mother into the equation and pretty much telling the world their mother is a bad woman. Dude, learn to keep your matters private, because now it's all over social media, and now I'm making a video of it, and now people are gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm bragging a little. Just why?
Now, and this is the third time something like this is happening, because he walked over me and I rushed at him. I wanted to slap him for doing that. He does it every time. You see me now? And he gripped my hands so hard. I don't know if he had something or whatever with him. And this is what he has done. This is the third time. This boy sees me coming with load from town after work. He sees me and he walks away. He doesn't care. When I tell him to do something, he does it when he wants. All these years, even before the Achimota case, you see me now? And strangely enough, the mother supports this. I don't.
Okay, dude. He's what? He's in SHS, which means he's a teenager. You've been a teenager. I'm not like defending why he did it. It's terrible to do that to anybody, especially your own father. It's horrible. But you know, he's a teenager. At that age, you've been there before. Aggression, unchecked aggression, hormonal changes, and all of that. Get him therapy. If you want to cry, report him to the police. Report him to the police station. I mean, it's about time. This is the third time. Who knows what will happen next time? They say the third time is the charm. Like, report him to the police, make them teach him a lesson so he will learn from his ways. Do something about it. Anything but posting it on the social media. What exactly is this going to achieve? And bringing the mother into the equation and telling all of us that she's a bad woman who supports the bad deeds of her kids. And he not see, when he see you coming from town with a load, he doesn't even help you. Again, he's a teen. That's what they do. They are disrespectful. Don't give a shit about anybody but themselves. I've been there before. I wasn't a saint. We all have been. Sit him down, talk to him, man to man. Get him some help, therapy, anger management, something. Putting it on social media, this isn't gonna do anything but worsen things. I mean, I wonder how he will be treated in school right now. I mean, look at the comments on social media. All of a sudden, everybody is gonna make it about him having dreadlocks, even if he has absolutely nothing to do with it. On Twitter, reading some of the comments, Crazy Professor says, hair length is still an unnecessary and useless rule. Hair length isn't responsible for temperament. Would his temperament change if his hair was sweat? No. And that still stands. Long hair doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. Sakura men are mismanaging our country. Couldn't have said it better. I mean, facts. Crab says, clearly the boy doesn't know how to follow rules. That was what the Achimota teen sought to do, but some people, including the father, made him feel like he had the right to do what he wants. Well, he's exercising that right now. Okay. This wasn't what the Achimota case sought to do. The Achimota people didn't know about his temperament. I didn't know about his temperament. You did not know about his temperament. Like I said, people are all of a sudden gonna make this about the dreadlocks and use it to be prejudiced against people with dreadlocks. Like I said, again, all he achieved by going to court, posting this video, has taken us a couple of steps back. That's the only thing this thing achieved. No, this is not what the Achimota people were trying to do. They didn't know about his temperament. Not make it about that. Crazy Professor replied, saying they should do that with actual rules like lettering and punctuality, not hair length. Hair length is still an unnecessary and useless rule. Hair length isn't responsible for temperament. Would his temperament change if his hair was wet? No. Again, Ghana must get better, says it's your leadership style, how you raised him from infancy counts. It might be. I mean, definitely how you raise somebody counts. But again, they are at that age where even a good kid can like turn bad because of all the changes and happen and everything. And the environment sometimes they find themselves in, especially being in SHS at this point. I mean, if this is the third time, and like he said, even before the Achimota thing, you can't even blame this like on peer pressure or anything, because even before that he went to Achimota. I would say, SSN, bad influence, but the father said even before. So this is some unchecked anger that you haven't sought out. You try to sort it out by going to him and trying to slap him across the face because he walked over you. And now he did this to your arm. Slapping somebody, a teenager, disrespectful teenager. Slapping a disrespectful teenager isn't gonna solve their anger issues nor make them treat you better. It's only gonna worsen it. So you're looking for somebody to blame? Blame yourself. NDC Bas says tell him to fix his marriage problems and take it to social media. Rasta is clean and righteous. Don't go into it if you ain't ready, sir. Crab again. Says weren't they the same people who swore the boy was a good boy and that the Rasta doesn't mean he's bad and blah blah blah? If he can do this to his own father, what would he do to other people? Yes, they were the same people who said he was good. Obviously they lied, because the father said even before Achimota he was like that, so obviously they lied. And Rasta doesn't mean he's bad and blah blah blah. Yeah, I still, myself and many people, we still have that opinion, and the father, we still stand by it. Rasta doesn't mean he's bad. His dreadlocks isn't what caused this. There are kids, teenagers without dreadlocks who do far worse than this. Like somebody pointed out, we are ruled by Sakula men who've turned this country upside down. So again, yeah, his dreadlocks had no role to play in his bad attitude. He's a bad kid. Get it sorted out. It has nothing to do with the hair. Dr. Logic says, hey, Achimota school has been vindicated. So that's one of the people Achimota refused to admit. Very, very bad temper. He did that to his dad. How? Why? How? How has Achimota been vindicated in this whole thing? It sounds like a broken record. Again, they refused him admission because of his dreadlocks, not for his bad attitude. So this, why do people with names logic make no logical sense in this country? I do not get it. Larry says other parents not bringing the issues they face with their children doesn't mean they have a perfect relationships. Try acting and tweeting according to your name. That was a reply to Dr. Logic. Exactly. The people being self-righteous or over the top. If you are to go to your houses right now and ask your parents how you were when you were teenagers or even children, you hear all kinds of horrible stories. You want to be a bigot? You want to see you have something against people with dreadlocks? Just say it and stop beating around the bush and doing all these unnecessary things. Because Johazard says people were slamming us for not supporting this same kid some months ago. I wonder what they will say now. Well, I don't know about people, but I'm saying the same thing. I supported him. I didn't support him for his bad attitude. Nobody knew about his attitude. Again, we supported him because we don't think anybody should be denied education based on their hairstyle. And I still stand by it. At Uzi says, Rasta for cool down. He is his son and this should strictly be a family issue. The public can't do anything here. If he really wants his son to be punished, he should go for a police form and allow the police to arrest his son for unlawful behavior. Simple. Simple. Busy Wave says, so what do you expect from us? This obviously... Busy Wave says, so what do you expect from us? This obviously your family issues. Deal with it.